Hey you guys, I'm so excited to share this video with you. It has been over a year, probably a year and a half in the making, or even that I've been thinking about it. It is the restoration of my daughter's dresser, which is basically storage right now. But let me give you a tour of it. So my mother-in-law got this from the dump, of all places, over a year ago, as I said, and some of the drawer pulls we don't have. The other ones that you see here are inside the house, but some of them just were not there. It was dirty. I hate the colors. And you can see over there's a burn mark on it. I don't know from what. There's also a couple places that really need to be sanded and have wood filler in them, like that little notch right on the right hand side. Some of the drawers have the bottom of the drawer isn't even in the lip at the front of the drawer, so those have to be glued and redone. So I realized while I was cleaning this that the bottom has a problem. As you can see over here on this side, the bottom part, the decoration on the bottom is connected to the dresser. However, as you pan over, it's not, which is a problem because it needs to actually be attached. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use some Gorilla wood glue on it and bring that together. I'm hoping I can, considering the fact that the area is so tight to get into, but we will see what happens. So while I was looking at it further, I noticed that the reason that it's not connected is it doesn't have the best craftsmanship, because the bottom part right there is kind of pushed away from the front. I don't know how else to describe it, but you can see it right here to where it's never going to connect. So all I can do is just glue it and hope that it comes together. We'll see. I hope it does. I may end up needing syringes, so we'll see. So I was trying to put the wood glue in there, and I was mostly using my finger because I really didn't have anything else to do it. I was honestly hoping that the glue would just push itself in there, but unfortunately that did not happen. I don't know how much glue actually went down in there. I mean, to my knowledge, it's just like to the tip of my fingernail. And so from there, I realized that there's no way I can do it on my own. I actually needed to have the syringes so I could push it in. So I decided to go ahead and clamp it, because I mean the wood glue is going to do something. So I'm going to clamp it, and from there I'm just going to have to wait till the syringes come and try to work on the other side that's not been clamped. So I really hope it turns out good. While I was waiting for the drawers to have the paint remover work on them, so I could remove it, I decided to sand the front of the dresser. Now I was struggling with this so bad because each time I was trying to sand it, as you can see right there, the paper in the back would come out of the clamp that was holding it down. So eventually I had to just work with what I had, and I didn't even clamp down the back of the sandpaper in there. But unfortunately, as you will see pretty soon, the front of the sandpaper decided to come out, and I couldn't work with it anymore. It was just frustrating, and I couldn't get anything done. So you'll see in a little bit, I just decided to get a different sander. Thank God I have a friend who had one, so I was able to use theirs.
Hey you guys, do you by any chance, you know that feeling when, don't worry, I have something covering the paint thinner. You know that feeling when you make a realization about something and you feel completely stupid about it. So I think that the old citrus strip that I was using, you know, the one that kind of looked like toothpaste coming out, went bad. Because when I use the old stuff, it looks like this after a couple of hours. When I use the new stuff that actually looks very liquidy coming out, it looks like this. It actually looks like the paint is coming off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the new one and see how much paint actually comes up. So we'll see. But I felt like a complete moron because I'm like, I thought that the other one was perfectly fine. Turns out it might not be. Either that or they used a completely different formulary, which is what I thought. So we shall see. Ooh. Wow, that looks so much different from, oh my gosh. So much different from the old stuff. Oh my gosh, this is so much nicer. Alright guys, so when I took off the plastic wrap with the other one, I was able to get it right off. When I do it with the old formulary, or with the old stuff I have, it looks like this. Let me see if I can get it off. I mean, it's coming up, but it doesn't look anywhere as good. I have to really work at it, so I'm sticking with the new stuff.
So as you can see, I am able to sand using an actual good sander. I'm using this is a 60 grit sandpaper that I'm using here, so I could get all the rest of the paint off. And after that, I'm just going to go to a finer grit.
Alright you guys, so I still have a lot of sanding to do on it on the side. However, I'm going to be working on these parts. I don't know why anybody would have done that, but if you could see, it goes in. I don't know if it was the design that they were going for, but it's only these two drawers. So I can't get the sandpaper in there unless I do it by hand, and I don't have the time for that. So what I found were these things that you attach to your drill. So I'm hoping that when I put it on the drill, that I'll be able to just get the rest of the paint out and then put some paint filler in it. So we'll see what happens.
So after failing miserably with these things, I was able to get the sander and actually work my way through the groove, so I was able to get it out. So right here, all I'm showing you is that I'm going to use the wood glue to put in the lip that's at the bottom of the front of the drawer, so I could put the bottom of the drawer, if that makes sense, into there, so it could actually stay together and the drawer can actually be useful. After that, once this is completely together, I'm putting the wood glue in between the bottom of the drawer and the back of the drawer. That way, those can stick together, because it was not put together well, and it's just a lot of it's only held together by nails, and I don't even know how the nails are staying in. From here, I'm just using that plastic wood, which is a wood filler, to fill in the grooves. And I already got instruction by the person I got it from Ace, so he was explaining to me exactly how to do this, thank God, or else I would have probably messed it up. But I'm getting that filled in, and I'm also getting the drawer pole holes filled in, because I have to drill new poles so all the poles line up. You'll see what I'm talking about. At this point, I have finally removed all the paint. I've sanded it. except for the wood filler in these two drawers. But I was so excited to see how it came out. There's still like the paint that's on the top that I can't that I don't know how to get to, but I was so thrilled with this. It turns out so beautifully. This poor dresser has gotten all that paint off of it, even though I'm going to put more on. But I thought it was great. It took me so long to do this. And if you are doing any kind of restoration, just realize that it's going to take a long time to remove a lot of that stuff and to make sure that it's sanded and beautiful. But I was very pleased with this. From here, I'm just going to prime it so I can paint.
Okay, you guys, this is the point that I have been waiting for well over a year, since I was still pregnant with my daughter, still early in my pregnancy. I finally get to paint this dresser. It's primed, everything's great with it. Well, mostly primed. There's still those two drawers that I needed to put some paint, the paint filler in, the wood filler in. And so that's still drying. I still don't feel comfortable with sanding it, doing this final sand for it, but this is completely primed. What I'm going to try is the Benjamin Moore, and it's just black, Benjamin Moore, and same company, and it's marble white. So what I want to do is try to see, they're very tiny amounts, just because I want to see how it's going to look, because what I'm going to end up doing, and you'll see when I get there, painting it white and black on the side, you'll see. And then I'm going to put this applique on it. I'm hoping it turns out really good. So let me start with the white.
Okay, you guys, so all I've done so far since, well, I've started painting this thing, and you kind of see the direction that I'm going here. So all I've done with these drawers, since I put the paint filler and sanded it with a 220 grit sand paper and put some primer over it, all I'm doing right now is just re-drilling the holes so I could put the drawer pulls there. So all I've done is literally, I don't think that the previous drawer pulls are even, are level, but I'm not worried about that. So all I did was mark out right here where I want it, and oh, there it is, and put the drawer pull area, where the previous drawer pulls were, right there, and mark out the new one. I got my drill. I might need to sand that, but I'm not worried about it. So once I'm done with that, I'll sand it just to make sure it looks a lot better and it's even. But once I'm done with the sanding part, and I've already primed it, so all I have to do is paint it. Now what I'm doing, what I tried to explain to you guys earlier, is I have this diagonal line. So what I want to do is I want to make this half over here white and this half over here black. Well, not really white, but a cream. So all I did was I just got like some kind of a rope, or, well, really actually extension cord, because it was easier. And I just made a line going through this, the diagonal area. Of course, you could see from a bird walking through it. Gosh, I have to redo that. But I wanted to make sure that I got some of the black paint down there, so I can figure out exactly where I have to paint this white, because I'm gonna have a base of cream. Put those the transfers down, and then I'm gonna paint the rest of the black on there. So I might end up having to do those inside, because it has been very rainy and very wet, and I actually want to stay there. So I'll get back to you when I'm further. So painting the white part is almost done. There are two drawers that I just put the second coat on, the two drawers that you know about. And right now, I'm gonna work on the transfers, but before I do that, I have to draw a new line across the dresser drawers because with the second coat of paint, it completely wiped it apart. So let me show you what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do, sorry you can't see me, but is I'm gonna get a bunch of Christmas lights because I don't know what happened. I used an extension cord last time to draw the line, and that's being used right now. You'll see that later. But I'm gonna get the Christmas lights, take them all across to the very bottom down here. I'm gonna get rid of these Christmas lights anyway because they're all burned out. Lift this dresser up a little bit. And now I can make my line. Something happened with my microphone, but I'm basically telling you that the painting's pretty much done except for a spot that I'm going to show you in a second, and the transfers are put in. I took off the front of it, so everything's basically done. I'm just going to show you what I learned. So what happened was, as I was taking off the clear coating to the transfer, it pulled up some of the paint that was over the wood filler, so I have to touch that up. But besides that, I just have to put on the drawer pulls, and then I'm going to bring it inside and show you how everything looks. Hey you guys, so I forgot to show you the drawer pulls that I decided to use. I didn't want to use the other ones, I just hated them. So I got these on Amazon and I absolutely loved it because since my daughter's born in October, I kind of wanted something to look like a pumpkin. And I think that these look beautiful. It makes the dresser look more antique. I think it turned out really well. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you at the next video. See you later.